So anyway, here I am. I'm doing another video right here. This is the Morton Cemetery, and the bowling alley's back here in the background. And I'm just going to go ahead and run this.
Now everyone, look right here. Today I am right here at this here.
That's my dad's cemetery plaque, I guess, but he's not buried there. Somebody put a rock right there. It looks like a lantern, like a genie lantern. It's a fish. Oh, it's a fish is what it is. That's the fish's head and there's the tail. I just seen it. I just recognized it. Jerry must have did that. Jerry or Jim put a fish there or something, a dead fish. I don't understand that. Well, you guys might be able to figure it out too. Maybe Satan and Evil will give it to me. My brother Jerry handed me the shovel and wanted me to put the first scoop of shovel on it. I scooped it over, I just stepped over it, I handed it to him, and I said, there, now it's your turn. He says, well, that was pretty cold, the way I did that. My dad's not even buried there. After everything that you goddamn done, Jerry, and everything, you know, Matthew Thomas Wright, he's not with me no more, and you're not worth a fuck. You're not worth nothing no more, ever. You guys went too goddamn fucking far. There's my dad's bowling alley right there. I built that bowling alley with my dad. Jerry, you had very little to do with it, but you had everything to do with why it was there. Cooper, how you like that? There's D.D. Cooper's bowling alley right back there. I never walked across people's bodies before in a cemetery. It doesn't matter. They're not dead there anyway. I don't have no fucking feelings like that no more either. They put a saw in the front of that bowling alley. Orange. Competition? You're no competition for me. You understand? I'm going to have you fucking cut in half. And I'll be the doing the cutting, is what the Holy Father says. The Holy Father's in control now. I just want you to know that. When you come out that door, you see that fucking mortuary. And if people told about that, they ended up in that cemetery. I have lots of people in that cemetery. Skip Davis is in that cemetery, and he was a law enforcement officer. Rhonda Reynolds is not in that cemetery, but she is also in a cemetery. Now, Rick Rife, he's in a prison, and he never committed the crimes of the Merwin cases. Now, did he, Jerry? And by the way, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Because you know what? The truth will set you free, but the lie will condemn you. Just telling you the truth. Bill Bagley's over there. Bill Walker Bagley, like the bar. The Walker Bar at the bowling alley at 1501 South Gold. Oh, 1501 South Gold adds up to 7. My dad's house down there, 601 adds up to 7 too. You know what? Donnie Burgess, he killed himself after I left him. He offered me a hot gun. It was stolen. I said the best thing you could do is throw that gun in a river. And he decided not to. The very next day, he shot himself in the head. And, yeah, that happened. Skip Davis, Murray Netzer, Tim Stockdale's there, Matt Smith's there, Bill Bagley's there, Janice Sanders, she's there. Let's see. Janice Sanders, I just mentioned it. She's got this great big tombstone out there. It says, somebody killed by, and by the way, she was asking me to protect her one night, the night that I got shot right here in the head by little Joe. And me and Joe had a fight out there. He got all cut up. And anyway, that wasn't good. I was watching the cameras back, and I watched people walk right up to Janice Sanders' gravestone. It's a great big one that stands out there. Giant. Tim Stockdale's just right over here. I didn't find it. I know he's over there. I've seen it before. My brother Jim said that he shot him with a shotgun. He said, you know, he just came around the corner, just pointed it, pulled the trigger, and Tim's dead. And that happened at the house out there at Mosswood Park. It was actually a trailer house. I went out and investigated it after the fact. Tim was a friend of mine. He shouldn't be fucking Lewis County Sheriff's wives. It'll get him killed. Jim told me if you fuck a Lewis County Sheriff's wife, you'll be dead too, John. I was looking for Kay Burgess's headstone. It's just right here someplace. It's got a heart on it too. Well, Fairheart's over here. It's got that heart on it, and that's the one that the woman had made sure I got. And that woman's name was Linda Stanley. Look back in the background. I'll have to see if I can see a stone moving quick. Matt Smith is over here. I didn't walk over to it, but it's right over here. There's the Fairhearts one right there. Uncle Bill. He looks like a hitman. They said, and you know what? They cleaned off the air in the Etherworth heart like that, and they took a picture of the words clean. They cleaned the letters on that one. Since they did that, they cleaned all the letters on it now because I took a picture of it and I put it where people could see it. Probably. It's reasonable. I mourn the dead. That's why the dead love me. I guess they tune in. They see the reflections and stuff. So Chuck and Jerry and that, whenever you see reflections, Satan and Eve seeing you, you aren't getting away with nothing. When the time's right, you'll probably fall, break your hip or something like other people has, even in this town. You know, Diane, she broke her hip. Then the woman down there at the Starbucks, Ugly Tina, she broke her tip too. Her hip, her leg, she ripped off me for $10 at the coffee shop, and you know, payback's a bitch. You just never know how it's gonna fucking come. And that house over there at the end of the thing, it's painted green and it's got all sorts of shit in front of it. It's just a fucking sight. It's a sheriff's green house. And that's what, I don't even know why, well, for one, I understand why they're doing it. They want to say, look what's happening, the sheriffs are doing it, and the sheriffs are involved. Bruce Kimsey, fuck you. You're an ex-sheriff now. And by the way, you buried the Merwin's case just like the Jerry Moore case. Bruce, you were on the scene of the thing. You're a young man, Bruce. You didn't even deserve to be on that case. You're ROTC. You ran right into the service to get away from that Jerry Moore case because you were on the fucking location and you fucked up the whole crime scene, Bruce Kimsey. And Jerry, Barry, the detective, was all over it, complaining and stuff. Oh, all the goddamn complaints from Jerry Barry, Bruce Kimsey, you dirty fucking sheriffs down there in Lewis County. Jerry Barry was a better fucking detective than you guys gave him credit for. You picked the fucking Bruce Kimsey, the one that was going to bury all the cases so you could continue your goddamn bullshit in fucking Lewis County. Your town looks like a fucking, just a fucking ghost town now. Centralia and Chehalis got this ghost town look to it. It fucking just is eerie. It's the perfect place to do horror movies. You made the perfect horror movie land in Lewis County, Washington. I'll give you that. The only place that looked like they had decent people was the 15-1 South Gold, where I seen a small pocket of people, and the few people I seen in the Morton Bowling Alley. And those people in the Morton Bowling Alley, those girls that work at the Morton Bowling Alley, are very nice people. You know, I don't have nothing against Fairways Bowling Center. I gave these people Hot Wheels cars and stuff. I hope you tuned into, you know, John T. Wright at YouTube, because I'm very sincere. I want to get all the people saved that's possible, and women are out of the equation. I don't give a fuck how goddamn mad I'm at you. But, you know, like people like my mom, she goes to the 9th level of hell, she's blotted out. Any woman that goes to fucking hell is getting blotted out because they're going straight to the 9th hell. You know, I said my wife, Karina, she's probably about on the 3rd floor. But, you know, the truth is she's out of the equation just like the rest of the women. You know, Kathy, she's probably blotted out. I got a goddamn real bad feeling about Matthew's mother. You know, she's going to get blotted out. She is blotted out. And she may not even be alive anymore, for all I know, or even fucking care. Or even fucking care. I fucking have no love for her anymore either. After everything that we have gone through. Me, Eve, Matthew, all of this. Because Matthew's a fucking victim. Matthew will be a king someday in heaven. And that's something that none of you will ever be able to take away from that man. Or even George L. Wright, Morton. George, I know that you're right there in the top level of hell. You know, I know things. I know things, George. And I know things about everything now. And by the way, I have the privilege from the Holy Father in heaven, and you goddamn don't. And don't anybody ever forget it. I'm just being loyal to the Holy Father, and I'm trying to be forgiving. But there's people that's done stuff, and if you've done stuff to other people, even besides me, you clear it up with those fucking people immediately, because what I'm saying is goddamn deadly. If you cross the boss's son, you are gonna fucking get a hatchet, the equivalent to a hatchet right between the eyes. Molly Hatchet! Molly Hatchet! And maybe I should sing some Molly Hatchet tomorrow night just for the special occasion on the MTM Mountaintop Music Show.